Live na po.
Hi, good afternoon mga Kapix Pro. Magandang hapon na naman po. Maulang hapon sa inyo dyan. Kamusta po, Mr. Chair and VP Ruby?
Yeah, magandang hapon mga ka-Pex Pro. Um, well, dito sa lugar namin mainit pa rin. Parang nang ano lang, nanukso lang yung ambon, no? So talagang
Nagpatakam lang.
nagpatakam lang yung ambon. Oo, mainit pa rin. At isang mainit na hapon sa inyo pong lahat dyan. At sa mga umuulan-ulan dyan, mag-ingat po kayo sa mga baha. Magdala ng payong. Yan.
Ito po. At usong-uso pa rin ang mga sakit. So keep ourselves hydrated still. Uh, Eat your vegetables. Drink your water always kasi sobrang hirap ang magkasakit ngayon. Mr. Chair, na very busy. As always, kamusta po?
Same lang. Teka, hindi nadana sa akin na yung ano.
Yung background. Sige lang po, we will wait for you. So how is the cybersecurity scene naman po in the past few days? So ito po, may bago tayong mga makakasama, bagong kapamilya natin sa Pixpro. Bago natin sila officially i-welcome later on, kamustahin po muna natin sila, starting off with Sir Jasper. Sir Jasper, kamusta naman po ang linggo natin as a cybersecurity advocate and professional?
So far, okay naman. As usual, a lot of things happening, a lot of things moving, especially on the cyber world. It never sleeps, never stops. So as usual for us vendors and circling around the industry about cybersecurity, of course, especially on this part of the technology that we have that we will be sharing later on as well.
Thank you, sir. And also, joining us today, si Sir Edwin. Alam ko ito, very busy rin po ito. One of our advocates. Kamusta naman po ang ating buhay cybersecurity for the last few weeks?
Well, yeah, thank you for asking. So medyo busy for the past few weeks, especially lalo na kapag yun nga, in transition between yung summer season and rainy season. So maraming nangyayari, especially yung mga issues on, for example, performance of our internet, and the new normal is hybrid, diba? So very dependent na tayo with online discussions like this. Yan. And of course, we would like to safeguard everything, especially on identities.
Totoo naman po. Parang ngayon, part na ng ating Maslow's hierarchy of needs ang internet. Hindi na mawawala sa
Correct.
atin. Yes, well, and speaking of the internet, marami na pong nanonood sa atin live. Let me do the honors, of course, of greeting first from our avid viewers. From Juan Miguel, good afternoon po from Talakag, Bukidnon. So I think siya yung lagi nating nakakausap sa Talakag. Kamusta po kayo dyan? And Santos Mandy Supnet, good afternoon Kapixpro. Mga Kapixpro, i-shoutout niyo kung saan lugar po kayo nang gagaling sa ngayon or saan po namin kayo makikita saan po kayo nanonood ngayon basically para naman po ma-identify din po natin at maibigyan din po natin tayo ng karapat-dapat at naaangkop na shoutout kung saan man po kayo naroroon ngayon. Another one is Jeffrey Gahutos. Good afternoon. Okay po?
Yan. At shoutout lang ako sa ating Pixpro NCR chapter officers. No? Sina VP, basta yung aking mga VPs daw na NCR at ganoon din ang Bacolod chapter, ang La Union chapter, ang ating special chapter ang Tres Cadenas. At ano pa ba ang chapter natin na na-miss ko?
Yung mga
May,
incoming na lang
may
po.
taga-Caragao.
Ay, yes po. Human Settlements Adjudication Commission, RAB, Region 13, Caraga, Butuan City po. From Mensurado, Armel. Ang layo ng nararating ng ating advocacy.
Wow, ito pa si Santos Mandy Supnet from Vigan, Ilocos Sur po. Magandang hapon din po sa iyo.
Kausap ko si Press RB ng La Union chapter kahapon. Mukhang magkakaroon tayo ng reactivation ng chapters sa Abra, Ilocos Sur, and Ilocos Norte.
And that's good. Maganda po. Good job to Press RB for facilitating that as well. Uh, ano po, ma-share lang po natin today, this month is the National ICT Month. So ang PIX Pro po ay naging kabahagi ng ating programa sa kick-off ceremony particularly. At isa sa mga kick-off activities po from the DICT region, Region 4A to be exact. So nakikiisa po tayo dyan at kasama po niyo ang PIX Pro sa ating advocacy to make a safer and a better Philippine cyberspace for everybody. So
We have
Ruby,
viewer from Zamboanga City
wow, ang layo.
and Makati City.
Ayan. Meron din tayo from Davao, si Jules Batak.
Yes. Sana magka-chapter din tayo sa Davao, hopefully soon.
Yes, at i-shoutout ko rin ang ating DICT, Region 4A. Yan, no? Nag-invite sa atin ng last June 4 sa STI Batangas. Ayan.
Sir Frederick Gonda, one of our avid followers and advocates coming from Region 4A, Batangas City to be exact.
Yes.
Okay. Good afternoon from Aurora State College of Technology, Dale Laico Valiente Abion. So magkikita-kita tayo sa Aurora, sir, ha? When we do our Aurora chapter activation this June.
Yep. Yan. Lapit na-excite na ako dun sa ating mga upcoming activations.
Yes po. Tsaka for the benefit of everybody po, especially for our Delinea kapamilya here, meron po tayong mga activation na coming po and most of these po are dito po magmumula basically yung ating mga ipoproduce na mga bagong cybersecurity professionals na magiging part po ng ating pool of new cybersecurity professionals coming from PIX Pro. So kasama natin ang Delinea sa advokasiyang ito, kasama ng ating mga technology partners na patuloy na sumusuporta po sa atin. Kaya po patuloy na merong PIX Pro na naglilingkod po para sa mga Filipino talents and Filipino potentials in the world of cybersecurity. So maraming salamat po.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you shared to them yung mga upcoming chapters natin, Edie Arlene?
Yes po. We have Aurora, which will be activated on June 21, and we have the Quezon Province po, which will be activated on June 29 naman din po. Okay, we have Tantan Santiago. Good day everyone, mga ka-PIX Pro from Baliwag University. So ito po yung minimension po natin kanina, Sir Edwin and Sir Jasper, na ang audience po natin, hindi lang po mga people from the cybersecurity industry. Marami rin po tayo dito na mga cybersecurity advocates coming from the academe. And people, actually, basically normal people who just want to know more about cybersecurity. Kasi sa panahon ngayon, cybersecurity is no longer just a person, an entity, or an enterprise business. It's everybody's business. So here at PIX Pro, we bridge the gap. So tinuturuan po natin lahat dito through kwentuhang cybersecurity.
Opo, shout out po dun sa taga-Baliwag. Taga-Baliwag po kasi yung parents ko. Yan, sa may Santo Cristo.
Wow, kaya po pala meron dito, bumati po ulit, hi ka PIX Pro. Kenneth Ancheta from Baliwag, Bulacan. Ayan.
Magkakaroon tayo ng Bulacan chapter activation din po pala.
Ayun,
Yes po,
sakto.
meron po.
Upcoming, hopefully later this year, maikasa rin po natin ang Bulacan.
Yes. At meron ding from Marikina, si Tebo. Good afternoon, ka-PIX Pro. Ayan.
Okay, we have Randel. Good afternoon, everyone. Ka-PIX Pro, PIX Protect Cyberspace. Yehey daw, sabi ni Sir Tantan. So, wag kayong mawawala sa activation ng Bulacan, Sir Tantan. Mark Marquez, good afternoon po. Yes po.
Yes, si Sir Kenneth Ancheta pala. Ayan. Stay tuned ka lang para malaman mo yung details ng aming Bulacan activation, ha?
Yes, we have Anna Ayiti. Good afternoon po. Good afternoon, ka PIX Pro.
At yung ating suki na classmate ko sa Masteral sa Lasal, si Christopher Son Laguatan.
Sir
Good
Tops.
afternoon, Paps.
Good afternoon po.
Meron tayong Cebu, si Macjan.
Yes.
Dyan, yes. O may
Ay,
nagtatanong na, may chance po bang magkaroon ng chapter dito sa Zamboanga City po? Last May 2024 lang po ako naging member. Meron. Aayusin natin yan para may Zamboanga. Di ba, Mr. Chair? Meron na?
Actually, meron sa Zamboanga, Sibugay.
Sibugay.
Magkakaroon.
Yes.
Pero
Oo.
Zamboanga City, wala pa tayong kausap doon.
Pwede ba natin silang i-join dun sa Sibugay na Mr. Chair?
Mga 3 hours, yan eh. Almost
so
3 hours travel time yun eh.
Okay.
So, better kung mayroon silang sarili nila sa Zamboanga City. Padami na tayo ng padami. Nitong mga 2 weeks, no? Lahat ng meetings ko, halos lahat ng meetings ko, ang nagpapakilala, PIX Pro member. Sir Angel, hindi mo ako
Yes.
kilala pero PIX Pro member ako. So, ganoon na yung natin ngayon.
Yes, and actually, Mr. Chair, meron tayo naging 56 members no from our engagement with the ICT Region 4A, yung nandun sa Batangas. After that, nagkaroon tayo ng 56 additional members. So, in just a matter of 1 hour lang yun, ED Arlene, 56 na
yes,
yun
yes.
nadagdag.
Ganun bilis ng traction.
Yes.
And I think na-share din po ni upcoming Aurora chapter ng kanilang DICT regional officer na magiging partner din nila sa chapter is also a proud PIX Pro member. Yeah, nakakatuwa. We have we have counterparts. We're also advocates of PIX Pro.
Yes, that's good. Present po, ma'am, sabi ni Ian Casimiro from Pasig. Right. And we also have Jonathan, Brian, Trinidad, Torio from Kawayan, Isabela.
Okay, shout out ko lang yung classmate ko all the way from Davao City, Gracie Base. Hi, ma'am. And the people from Ateneo de Davao. We have
Yung Cyber
Angel
Ninja,
Berto. Ay, andito po.
Cyber Ninja. Nagparamdam.
Rod Quinto. Nako.
Ay, nako.
Sir Rod.
Hello, Cyber Ninja. Magandang hapon.
Okay,
Hello,
Arlene, very interesting
Yes, po.
itong topic ngayon, no?
Yes.
Sa experience ko, itong topic natin ngayon is a very strong pillar in improving the cybersecurity posture of an organization. No? Unfortunately, not that many yet are embracing, and those who did still have not perfected. No? So we are excited to hear from our partner, Delinea, and
Yes.
hopefully our viewers will also be able to gain more understanding. No? And to those who have not heard about this yet, will finally get something useful for their own organization.
Yes. Mr. Chair, bago natin ibigay yung stage kay Delinea, pwedeng isingit ko lang to, coming from Eden, Aries. Lodi ko po yan, si Sir Edwin and Bossing Jasper.
You
Ayan.
know.
Oh, talaga.
Hello, Eden.
Eden.
Regards.
Miss na rin natin si Eden.
Yung Cyber Ninja, nag-aaya ng uminom, alak 5 na daw.
Aga pa.
So, wala pang 5 toasty.
Maaga yung kay Cyber Ninja, alak 5.
Hick o'clock na sa hick o'clock.
Alam ko yung alis din.
Okay.
Alright.
Game.
Okay, without much further ado po to discuss about privilege access management, I'm turning over the floor, of course, from our experts coming from Delinea, Sir Jasper Franco, and Mr. Edwin Patricio. Good afternoon, sirs.
Ayun ma'am, maraming salamat again for inviting us here sa Fix Pro, and I would like to say hi sa lahat ng mga viewers na naka-tune sa atin ngayon. Maraming salamat for spending your time in listening to us today. I hope we could have a meaningful conversation. Mag-comment lang kayo on any question that you have. Si Edwin here will be doing some explanation as well about the technology. But for me, I'll be very quick. I think mas importante yung mga sasabihing points ni Edwin. So just siguro, just to introduce myself, my name is Jasper Franco. I am the country manager for Delinea here in the Philippines. And siguro, ipasa ko kay Ed for him to introduce himself.
By the way, I'm Edwin Patricio. Can you hear me pala? And can you see my presentation?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. So I'm Edwin Patricio. By the way, I'm part of the Delinea engineering team. So I've been with the IT and the industry for so long. I started in the operations from networking to development up to IT operations. And then I moved to the other side of the fence as a vendor. Yan, para I can help my previous colleagues in the IT operations, especially on cybersecurity. Yan. Good afternoon to all and happy Friday.
Yeah, thanks for that, Ed. So I've been working with Ed for I think 8-9 years already from different variety of technologies. So especially itong privilege access management, we've seen how it started in the Philippines up to the level right now, kung ano na yung maturity level, I would say, ng mga customers natin, ng industry, ng professionals, how they understand and accepted tong type of technology nito, which we will be sharing with you later on as well on the presentation. Siguro very quick lang, to introduce Delinea as a company. So it's a US-based company, and as mentioned ni Sir Angel or ni Chairman earlier, this is one of the big pillar right now in terms of cybersecurity. We are talking about identities here, which I think personally, ito yung tinatawag na gold ngayon. These are the new gold. Kasi dyan nang gagaling yung mga revenue ng mga hackers once they got these databases, the identity of the people, identity hacking, or even the impersonation na nangyayari. So si Delinea as one of the leader in terms of the space of privilege access management, and we've been covering over 9,000 customers, and yung retention talaga namin in terms of helping organizations when it comes to privilege access management is very high. In the Philippines alone, I think we do have a huge number of customers already, and I think they are very happy naman, Ed, so far dun sa mga activities natin,
definitely.
on the promotions na ginagawa namin in terms of the identity, kasi even the governance side, which is very important, has been covering by Delinea as well, which later on Edwin will explain everything. So siguro on my side, on my end, I will share lang yung naging experience nung growth ng privilege access management back 2014, na when you tell people about PAM, hindi talaga nila maintindihan kung ano yung concept ng PAM. It's very hard to tell the industry, and I think sa lahat din naman, pag may bago sa technology, medyo hesitant tayo, especially if magkakaroon ng changes within the process of accessing yung devices, magkakaroon ng monitoring on all the activities. So there are some hindrances and I would say hold back dun sa mga customer natin. But at the end of it, nakita nila, na-appreciate nila, and even some governance or na organization was able to accept kung paano nakakatulong yung ganitong klase ng technology. So medyo lumaki talaga yung market ng privilege access, which make us very happy because nakita namin din yung growth ng cyber posture ng Philippines itself and all the organizations there. So with that, siguro Ed, I'll pass it to you para mas mag-focus tayo dun sa mga technicalities or yung mga masishare mo about your experience with talking to our customers about the linya.
Yep. Thank you, Jasper. By the way, I'll turn off my camera para medyo maging maganda yung presentation. Yan. So, as you mentioned nga, ang issue is about education. So, sabi nga ng ating chair, si Sir Angel, na marami pang hindi nakakaalam ng privilege access management. And this presentation is focused on how we'll be able to help them and understand what is a privilege access management. Yan. So well, let's start with the challenges. Yan. So ang issue kasi is of course dati IT admins lang ang scope ng privilege access management. But nowadays, we need to manage all the users. When we say privileged users, it does not mean IT admins lang. Kasi anyone in the organization has their own privileges. Like for example, sabihin natin yung finance officer, di ba? Although hindi siya IT admin, he or she has access to critical financial information. Ganun din yung mga programmers or what we call developers, di ba? And even non-human identities like yung mga applications, yan, ang mga service accounts, di ba? They have their own privileges. So we have to cover them as well. So yon ang dapat makontrol ng new privilege access management. On the other hand naman, there are different devices. So dumadami yung mga devices in the organization. And of course, nagbago na yung posture ng working environment. Dati ay working in the office, but during the pandemic, naging work from home. And now, after the pandemic, the new normal is hybrid. Sabi nga nung pamangkin ko na one of the requirements now, Gen Z kasi one of the requirements daw in looking for a job is yung option ng work from home. So ibang-iba na talaga yung working environment. And you have to manage those different environments. Hindi na applicable yung tinatawag natin na castle and moat technology, yung everyone na nasa loob ay kakampi, lahat ng nasa labas ay of course untrusted. Hindi na siya applicable ngayon. Na wala na yung one size fits all na solution. Yan. And of course, other than that, we have different solutions available. Meron din tayong IAM solutions, meron din tayong mga application security that we are using, even endpoint security na complex. But ang problem is if yung na-compromise na account is a privileged account, then it may be able to bypass even the very sophisticated endpoint security. And of course, we have network security as well. Ang issue naman doon is most of the traffic are now encrypted. So parang less meaningful na rin siya kasi hindi na niya mabasa yung traffic. And the common thread on these different solutions or IT resources is identity. Kaya ang sinasabi nga natin, the new perimeter of defense is identity. Yan. Kasi we can work anywhere. We can work at home, at the office, or anywhere talaga. We have different IT resources. It can be on-premise, it can be on the cloud, it can be hybrid. Yan. We can have applications na SaaS or on-premise as well. Kaya the only way we can control these IT resources is through controlling the identity. So yun yung concept ng privileged access management. So let me compare it with firewall kasi yan yung common security measures na meron ang halos lahat ng organization. So sa firewall, you have the different LAN in your environment. Like for example, in this scenario, you have the local area network, you have the demilitarized zone, and you have the wide area network. And using the firewall, you will be able to control yung access from the source to the destination at IP level. Yan. So, yun yung initial firewall na available. So, ang focus is access control or what we call the access control list or ACL. So, doon nagsimula lahat yung firewall. Hindi ko na sabihin yung mga naunang firewall. Baka isipin nyo na kung gano'n na ako katagal sa industry. Yan. So, yan ang simula. But of course, it evolves. Dumagdag na ngayon yung you can now control what are the ports or services that you can run to those IP addresses. So nag-evolve na. And now, even the applications, you can even control what are the applications that can be accessed within your network environment. Yan. So, if we will relate this to privileges, sabihin natin yung IP address, because it's the initial source of access, will be the identity. And itong mga ports na to, or the services, we can call them the privileges. Yan. So, when you marry both, that is where you can control the different authorization. Ang problem lang, as I mentioned before, hindi na applicable ang firewall because of the current situation. Like hybrid environment. May nag-work from home, outside of the organization, meron sa loob. Paano makokontrol ni firewall yung nasa labas? Eh kung ang ina-access nila ay SaaS applications, hindi nadadaan ng firewall, and that's the issue. And that's the reason why so sa firewall ang access control is focused on the network, but with PAM ang focus now ng control is the identity. So how does it relate in an environment without a PAM? So for example, ito yung environment mo. Dito sa left side, yan yung mga different IT admins, or what we call the usual privilege users. Yan, the different admins like server admin, database admin. It can be an administrator on the application, or even security administrators. And sabihin natin yung usual auditors, yan, meron din yan. And if they have access to the different resources on the right side, minsan madalas pala hindi lang isa ang may access sila. And ang issue dito is who is responsible in managing those credentials. Second is accountability and visibility. So without PAM, sometimes you have limited visibility or no visibility at all. And lastly, how do you secure those privileged accounts? Kanya-kanya. Kung sino may hawak, ako bahala. So ang question is, there's no overall posture that you will be able to see and control. Yan. So how do we apply privileged access management in this scenario? So the solution is to place a PAM in the middle. You enroll all those privileged accounts and you assign who can access what. This is where role-based access control will apply. And from here, you will be able to have accountability. So you can now specify who is accountable to what, and you can also monitor the activities of the different admins, what is being done on the different resources on the right side. You can now also hide the password from the admins. They do not need to know these credentials anymore. Instead, they are just allowed to use those credentials to access the different resources on the right side. And those credentials can now be rotated. So kung previously, kung walang PAM, limited ka lang sa memory mo. Like you can only memorize a certain number of credentials o kaya certain length, di ba? So dati nung nasa operations ako, 8 characters complex lang. Ngayon, 12 characters complex. Sabi ni NSA, dapat daw 16 characters na complex. Paano if you're managing multiple servers? Hindi mo na kayang i-memorize yun, di ba? So that's the problem. With PAM, you will be able to centrally manage those and apply automation on the password management. Like you can have as long as you want na kasi automated na lahat. And you do not need to memorize them, di ba? So it's a productivity and security solution at the same time. And then it is very easy to implement kasi it is agentless. Yan. So with this, there will be no more chaos. So you will be able to manage different credentials and IT resources at the same time. So yan yung advantage ng PAM. But PAM is a journey. Sabi nga ni Sir Angel, yung iba na nakapag-implement na ng PAM, hindi pa nila namamaster kasi it's a journey. So we provided a simplified maturity model in implementing a PAM. So let's start with the phase 1. Ito yung kanina na pinakita ko na agentless solution wherein you will store all credentials in the PAM solution. You control who can access what, and then you monitor the activities by recording it. So when you say recording the session, it records the actual screen or video, hindi lang events. So yun pa yung advantage si Pam. Yung visibility, especially for the auditors, is very clear kasi kitang-kita mo yung actual activities. Parang, kumbaga, if I will relate it to the physical security, it is like a CCTV. And then, para siyang access control or door access control at the same time. So yun yung sinasabi natin na phase 1. And of course, because you're putting everything in one solution, we will enforce multi-factor as well to step up the authentication. Sabi nga ni Microsoft, if you will apply MFA, 99.9% of secure authentication breaches can be mitigated. Yan. So, yun yung stage 1. Stage 2 is, of course, to apply the principle of least privilege. Ano ba yung least privilege? Ito yung to provide just enough privilege to do your work, no more, no less. Kasi ang isa sa mga major cause of breaches is privilege abuse and misuse. So, if you will be able to apply least privilege, kapag nagkaroon ng breach, definitely mako-contain mo yung impact of the breach. Parang ang concept yan ng zero trust, yung microsegmentation. In the context of physical security, siguro ma-apply natin to similar to the ship o kaya yung mga barko. Are you aware na yung isang barko o yung ship may different segment yan within the whole ship itself? So hiwa-hiwalay yun. Containerized siya. Para pag may nabutas sa isa doon, pwede nilang i-contain para hindi lumubog yung barko. The same is true with least privilege. So ang concept dito, kasi nothing is unhackable. So in the case of a breach, you will be able to mitigate yung impact of the breach kung you are applying least privilege. For example, kung ang privilege lang ng user is to install MS Office, so kapag na-hack yung account na yun o na-compromise yung account niya, ang magagawa lang ng bad actor is to install MS Office. No more, no less. So that's the beauty of the principle of least privilege. And lastly, to provide a harmonious environment kasi there is no silver bullet when it comes to security. It should be a combination of the different solutions, security solutions. So we can integrate the PAM solution with other security solutions like SIEM, like Identity Governance and Administration, and the ticketing system. We can also leverage on machine learning and artificial intelligence when it comes to monitoring the different events within the PAM solution. So that we can have actionable items na in case of, for example, we can apply user behavior analytics in this scenario. And of course, we need to harden the environment. Kung yung kanina, sabi ko maglagay ng MFA before you access the PAM, dito you can add multi-factor at operating system level. So ganun kahigpit na yung MFA mo. Yan. And you can apply yung level 3 MFA like yung FIDO key in this instance. So again, PAM is a journey. Hindi siya basta one-time big time approach. So you can start by using this step-by-step approach from phase 1 up to phase 3. And Delinia will be able to help you with that. So I think that's all for me, and thank you for your time. So any questions, any reactions? I'm open now for those inquiries.
Okay. Sir, may I request for you to stop sharing na po so that makita naman po ng ating audience ang napakagwapong mukha ng ating team. Mali pala ako, it's Delinia. Correct me.
Delinia, yeah. From the word delineate.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
That's a good, delineate, Delinia. Okay.
Yes.
So we have this one, let me do the honors from Sir Tops, Christopher Dizon Laguatan. In relation to remote access, Delinia has a recent report covering significant attacks in 2023 were successfully targeted and accomplished against VPN. So VPN po ito. Where 58% of direct ransomware incidents exploit a remote access vulnerability. Any more info you can share on this? This is for awareness of some who are not aware of this or do not believe that their VPNs can be a weak link in their infrastructure?
Well, yeah, you're right. Tama siya doon. During the pandemic, lalo na yung hindi ready, the only option available, VPN. But nowadays, with the current threatscape, VPN is no longer sufficient. Kasi nga, with VPN, you're allowing inbound traffic to your organization. And ang sinisecure mo lang doon is the tunnel, but not the traffic. So if yung workstation on the remote side is compromised, then the chance na ma-compromise yung target resource will be very high. The correct solution for that is what we call secure remote access. So with the secure remote access, you will be able to do remote access as well, but without allowing any inbound traffic. Second is you can now add context to the request. Like for example, you can specify day and time, you can specify the IT resources, even up to the identity level. So you can control the access not only at port level, at service level, but at identity level. And third, you can even record the session. So you will be able to have a, an audit that you can review in case there will be an incident. So that's a current solution that can be applied in remote access. So we call it VPN-less remote access as well. So Dilinia has a solution for that called privileged remote access.
Mr. Chair, I believe you have
Well,
something.
first let me commend the presenter for making sure that enough time is left for
Thank you, sir.
discussion. That is very important, meaning the presenter is very conscious about the sharing of knowledge and opinions in this matter. We've
Thank you, sir.
seen presenters na wala lang, fire away lang, no? Until wala na tayong chance to ano. So, thank you, Brother Edwin.
Thank you,
We
sir.
appreciate. Now we have a lot of time to given to our viewers, no, to ask questions and discuss. And I can see already my classmate from LaSalle already fired the first shot, no.
Yes, sir.
Sa akin naman, alam naman ni Delinia na heavy kami sa PAM and IEM even before. No?
Yes, sir.
It really proved its worth. No? In fact, I can say that we shifted to Delinia at least few months before I left the previous company because we saw that in terms of innovation, Delinia is up to the challenge, no, and they proved to be really addressing the growing sophistication. So as presented by Edwin, that it is moving towards the mindset that you will be hacked. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, next week. If not next week, next month. So that is their mindset, and I appreciate that kind of positioning. No, they never said that we will prevent hacking. No, but what they're saying is in case there is an incident, then you have another layer. You have another layer to protect you, and that is what PAM, especially if you marry that with IAM, then you have a very powerful cybersecurity practice on top of whatever you have.
Okay.
I agree. Totally agree, sir. Thank you for that.
Yes, okay. We have a question here from Ben Isra, Takudao. For small offices with less than 50 devices, server, workstation, laptop, mobile devices, does the Linea, how do you say it ba?
Delinia.
The
Yeah,
Linea.
parang
Okay, thank you. Does
may
the
linya po,
Linea,
the linya.
okay. Does the Linea have a starter package that they can use?
Mm. So that's one of the issue with privileged access management before. So parang ang dating ay it's a very expensive and sophisticated solution. Because of that, this year we have discussed this with our value-added distributors. If we can have a package, an entry-level package that can cater to the small environment, like in the banking and finance industry kasi, ang nag-cater lang usually mga vendors dun sa malalaki lang, yung top 100. How about those strip bank, those rural banks? Wala
Oo.
silang PAM. Oo, cooperative bank, di ba? So with that, we have a discussion with our distributor and we'll be able to offer now a package for those uh, companies and institutions that would like to have a PAM in the environment, but they have limited budget and manpower.
Siguro,
Yeah.
Ed, to add, no, yung conversation about the small package thing, there's also another option for that, lalo na yung mga partners natin sa Philippines
Oh, yep.
who are doing yung PAM as a
Ma-
service,
managed
no? So,
security
managed
service
or
provider.
manager. Correct. So, that's also one option, lalo sa maliliit na organization. And then you are correct, hindi naman porke maliit sila, is hindi na sila mahahack or they don't need to be ready pagdating sa ganito klase ng technology. So there's a lot of options. There's a lot of options that we can provide, especially dun sa mga SMSEs.
SMEs, correct.
Well, that's really good news, no? Kasi kami din we are targeting talaga MSMEs. Kasi sila yung number one, vulnerable. Sila yung unserved kasi yung mga vendors pupokus sa mga malalaking enterprises they are
Agree, sir.
only
Agree.
0.3% of the total business universe, di ba?
Tama,
Meron
sir.
tayong 99.7% na MSMEs na equally important to our economic security, but hindi nila ma-afford yung product or services ng mga vendors kasi the the business model is really to get the large enterprises, Fortune 500, no, Fortune 1000. That's very sad. And this one, it made me smile that the business objectives are aligned to what Pix Pro is advocating, no, to really improve the security of the vulnerable sectors. And these are the MSMEs, no. I hope you guys can push on and push through, no.
Yes, sir.
Because that's what we need. Yan ang hinahanap natin. Ang gusto namin yung mga companies and organizations na may puso para doon sa mga maliliit, no? Yung mga medyo lagi lang nandun sa nakatingin sa mga big tickets. Medyo ako personally dismayado ako sa ganun. I'll be 30 years in the industry by August, and very few are really rooting to improve the cybersecurity posture of the MSMEs.
Noted, sir. By the way, isa sa mga ino-offer din pala namin, sir, mayroon kaming product that is free for use. So, may isang example ako, may isang shipping company in the Philippines na nag-reach out to me pero wala silang budget this year. Sabi ko, try this free product muna kasi walang budget, pero ito at least you will be able to safeguard your identities. Wala lang yung ibang features like yung automation, workflow, and recording, but at least hindi mo lalagay sa notepad o sa Excel yung password mo. At least encrypted siya. So ginamit nila, and this year they have the budget now, then they were able to purchase. Yan. So we have that option as well.
That's doing business with the highest sense of advocacy, brother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Very great naman din po that you are aligned. So, sir, going back to the questions coming from our live audience, what role does artificial intelligence or AI and machine learning or ML play in the future of PAM and firewall technologies? Kasi kanina you mentioned po kanina the automated password generation. So paano po ito?
Sige. So for AI/ML, one of the uh, factors that we are applying now is yung user behavior analytics. Kasi ang issue kasi is, okay, may PAM ka. What if na-compromise yung account? Kasi nga, nothing is unhackable. Ang question now is, how would you know na na-compromise yung account? Isa is about the behavior. So you can create a baseline of the user behavior, and then from the you can check whether someone is doing beyond dun sa baseline, like what we call outliers. And from there, we can create an alert na sabihin natin, oh, ito, dati nag-access lang to during 8 to 5, Monday to Friday. And then suddenly, biglang nag-access na gabi. O kaya, dati ang in-access lang ito, 5 server. Then suddenly, biglang naging 20 or more. Or dati, ito lang yung ginagawa niya. Ngayon, nagbago na yung activity. So those are the things that can be learned by the machine, and an AI solution will be able to find those outliers. Another is, ang issue is yung recording. Like, di ba sa session recording, parang sa CCTV. Paano natin malalaman na may incident? So, ang option natin is panoorin, pero hindi natin mapapanood lahat yon. Using AI, we'll be able to get those information on the session recording, and from there we can derive are there anomalies during the activities or a privileged session. Like for example, merong nag-turn off ng firewall, we'll be able to find out. Kasi makikita nung machine na, oy, may nag-turn off ng firewall, and most likely, ito ay hindi best practice and it will be flagged. So, hindi mo na kailangan panoorin yung lahat ng sessions, lalo na kung 8 hours yun. Di ba? So, it will tell you na in this certain period of time, someone turned off the firewall. Yan. So, ma-flag down yung anomaly na yon. And from there, you can immediately do the remediation. Yan. Isa yung mga sample lang yon. So, marami pang capabilities that AI/ML can be done. Yan.
Okay. Sabi ni Christopherson, thank you sa sagot. I encourage our mga ka-Pix Pro na mag-subscribe with the linya sa white papers and mailing list. Dami kong info na gagamit at my line of work.
Thank you po. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that info, Sir Christopherson. All right.
Another question po tayo, Vicky Ruby. Sir, in connection to accountability on a technical and legal side sa mga recent data leak incident, those people who handle those data can deny their accountability with special stress on accountability kasi naman walang PAM na nai-install sa infrastructure. So ano po ba? Accountable po ba yung mga tao may hawak on the legal side dahil walang PAM? How do we deal with that po?
Teka, yung legal side, hindi ako masyadong familiar doon sa batas, but definitely with a PAM solution, not necessarily the linya, with a PAM solution, you can have a irrefutable information or audit, because not only the events will be given to you, but including the actual activity. Kasi para siyang, sabi ko nga, compared to sa physical security, parang siyang may CCTV. So it will record the activities within dun sa session. So talagang para siyang video recording. So hindi pwedeng sabihin ng admin kung ano yung ginawa niya at hindi niya ginawa, kasi recorded siya. And that recording will be totally controlled by the PAM solution. Walang access yung iba doon. Yan. And even the PAM administrator cannot delete it. Yan. Walang option to delete. Yan. So may non-repudiation. And I believe with the law, yun yung mahalaga, yung non-repudiation of evidence.
Arlene, ako may question ako.
Yes po.
Doon sa service accounts ng Active Directory. Kasi ang challenge is very difficult to trace the one who used the service account. No? And ito, this is being taken advantage of by threat actors. Pag yung ID mo, pinasok ng threat actor, gagamit ng service account yun, hindi mo malalaman kung sino ang gumagamit nun. Hindi mo matitrace. No? And hindi ka rin pwedeng magpalit ng password ng basta-basta sa service accounts dahil maraming applications ang
applications.
tatamaan, no?
Tama, sir. Tama, sir.
Dito sa PAM ba, masasagot ba yung mga traceability and non-repudiation and non-deniability
Good
pagdating
question
sa
yan, sir.
service account?
Sige, sir. So, tama ka, sir. Hindi mamomonitor yung paggamit ng service accounts ng PAM solution. Ang pwedeng gawin ng PAM solution is yung sinabi mo, sir, kanina na hindi kung walang PAM solution, mahirap talaga palitan yung service accounts kasi maraming tatamaan. But with a PAM solution like Delinia, we'll be able to find those service accounts. So we have a discovery solution that will find those service accounts, and then we'll be able to see what are the dependencies. Ano yung mga applications na dependent sa service accounts. And then once na nakita namin yung mga dependencies na yun, mayroon ding hierarchy. Sino yung priority, ano yung dependency, so you can sort it out. So once na pinalitan mo na yung password ng service accounts, then automatically papalitan na rin yung mga applications that is dependent on the service accounts.
So isa lang ang papalitan mo?
Isa lang yung papalitan, pero papalitan niya rin yung mga
magti-trickle down na siya doon sa mga dependent na
applications. Yan, sir. Yun yung maganda ron. Para lagi mo nang mapapalitan din yung mga service accounts kasi lagi nakakalimutan yung mga service accounts eh. Ang ino-offer lang usually ng mga PAM vendors, yun lang interactive. Kasi sa iba, mahirap i-manage yung multiple dependencies. Usually, ang meron lang sila 1:1. But with Delinia, we can have 1:many dependencies. And
so
you can configure it.
Even in non-AD environment,
sir. Yes, sir.
Your platform can still be of use, no?
Isang example, sir, yung isang customer namin, insurance company, marami siyang configuration files at andun yung service accounts. Sabi niya, yung service account ko hard-coded yung password. And yung developer, until now, wala na sa amin, alam pa yung password kasi mahirap palitan. So with Delinia PAM, we'll be able to update those configuration files on the fly, automated. Yan, sir. So yun yung mga use case. Yan. And we can do 3 methods. One is via PowerShell, second is via SQL script, and other is SSH script. So kung ano yung applicable, yun ang i-apply namin.
Nice.
Yan, sir. Thank you for asking. Hindi ko masyado binamagit yung service accounts kasi sometimes hindi lahat ng audience familiar sa service accounts eh.
Kasi yung Active Directory kasi was designed during the time na hindi pa sophisticated yung mga hackers, no?
Tama,
and
sir,
yung service accounts also, the concept was designed na hindi pa heavy yung mga motivation ng mga threat actors. So para ngayon, nagiging handicap pa ng IT and cybersecurity team yung technology ni Microsoft.
Parang necessary evil ngayon yun, sir. Saka parang install and forget. Hindi ba, sir? Kinakalimutan talaga. Yan, sir. So yun, discovery para malaman natin ano yung mga service accounts. Second is managing the dependencies of those service accounts. Yan, sir. Para we can rotate the password. So yun yung pang-control natin doon sa mga bad actors. Gawin natin complex, 60 complex characters, and we'll rotate it daily. Yan. So ang late nung chance na ma-hack. Yan, sir.
Yeah. So yung rotation is this time will be done very easily, no?
Automated, sir, on the back end.
If you have thousands of users, pag nag-rotate ka ng password, nako, abutin ka 1 linggo, 2 linggo siguro.
Tama, sir, tama. Lalo na mas marami sa service accounts, lalo na sa banking industry. Yan, sir.
Okay, Arlene.
VP for questions? Nakamute po ata kay VP.
Sorry. Okay, we have one from Choco Martin. Since most of our current setup during pandemic and during the work from home setup and remote users mainly implement spam, and also the common use is the SSE or SASE. What is the best solutions for this kind of work scenario?
So yeah, thank you for that. So meron na palang SASE sila. So again, SASE is another option for you to replace yung VPN, di ba? Kasi nga we all know na hindi na siya efficient or the current landscape, you can still apply yung privileged remote access for those IT admins working outside of the organization. Kasi nga, ang advantage ng privileged remote access versus SASE, there is session recording. And also there is a workflow that wherein hindi siya outright explicit right dun sa mga privileged users. For example, if I will access a critical infrastructure, I need to request muna and someone will approve. That is the concept of ang tawag nung araw, 4 eyes principle. And then sa business, ang tawag nun ay maker-checker. Di ba? So sa amin, we just call it workflow. So para talagang you will know that it is an authorized activity and that activity will be recorded. So pag may audit, you have something to show. If there will be an incident, may babalikan ka. Yan. So it can work hand in hand. Sabi nga ni Sir Angel, it should be a layer of defense. There's no cyber bullet or there's no silver bullet for cybersecurity. It should be a defense in depth.
We have here one comment from John Erwin Brigola. Hopefully, the price for the PAM solutions can really be affordable for small and medium, even for large companies. Had a product evaluation way back when it's named Psychotic, is it? For a client, the features are great, but the price is really expensive.
Sabi ko nga, ma'am, ay sige bro, go ahead.
Yeah, no, just one thing and naka-mention nga ni Ed earlier, no, na ito talaga yung one of the challenge na nakikita ng mga customers, especially on the price. Kaya siguro I would like to vouch in din yung mga yung top management level ni Delinia in making it possible na maging affordable yung ganitong klaseng solution. Of course, not to the fact na less feature, but really more of enabling yung whole package na yon to accommodate yung ganitong klase ng market. Hindi naman siya yung tipong dahil mura is less yung technology itself. So it's not something like that. We were able to have the management team na suportahan yung ganitong klase ng actually this goes to Edwin kasi this is his vision and tinulungan lang siya ng whole management to make it into a reality.
Edwin, isa kang Tatak Pix Pro pala.
So saka si Delinia kasi nandito yung Center of Excellence. So bawat everyone na bumibili ng Delinia, may nadadagdag na Pinoy na service kasi nandito sa Pilipinas yung Center of Excellence. Nasa Taguig, mga Pinoy, nagtatagalog sir, ang support.
Hindi naman mga Chinese yan, no?
Hindi sir, Pinoy, makukulit na Pinoy.
Yeah,
Isa nga, yan.
So, go ahead.
Go ahead, ma'am. Yeah. Hindi, isa po sa question ko kasi before, nung pumasok ako sa Delinia, bakit nasa Pilipinas yung Center of Excellence? Bakit hindi India? Bakit hindi sa ibang bansa? And one of the reason is, sabi nung head of the support ng Delinia, may passion for service mga Pinoy. Sabi niya, kapag nasa India raw, pag time na nung shift niya, nag-stop na yung support, ina-hand over na sa ibang support team member. Sa Pilipinas daw nag-e-extend hanggat di natatapos yung support. So sabi niya, sa Pilipinas lang daw yun. So we might as well centralize the support team in the Philippines. So ngayon, dalawa ang major center of excellence sa US at sa Philippines lang. Sa iba, maliliit ang support team. Yan. So very proud ako na lumadalaw yun dito. Yan, kasi Pinoy, di ba? Iba yung dating.
Yeah, iba ang Pinoy. Okay, we have another insightful comment here from Christopher Son. Agree for thrift and rural banks. We need PAM as one of our access backbones at an efficient cost.
Yeah.
I
Sige
think
po,
may
will help
follow-up
you
din
on that.
siya, VP Ruby. Interested daw din siya to reach out to Delinia.
Ayun.
Sir Christopher's part.
Oo nga, hindi pala kami naglagay ng aming numbers how to reach out.
Pero Sir Tops, i-message na lang po kami and then we'll try to connect you with him.
Okay. Target talaga po namin is just to share, hindi po talaga mag-market eh. Sensya na po.
Yeah,
Actually,
meron din
tama ka doon. Tama ka doon, Brother Edwin. Kasi dito sa Pix Pro, we keep on reminding our technology partners no na sa Pix Pro, when you sponsor or you become a technology partner, you are doing your social responsibility,
CSR.
corporate social responsibility. Unlike mag-sponsor ka sa ibang events na that's really purely marketing, no?
Tama, sir.
Dito
Tama.
talagang para to sa advocacy talaga na to help our community uh, be more educated, their skills are elevated, and expand the cybersecurity profession. Na when you are here, you don't think about your marketing. You think about improving the
Security
cybersecurity
posture.
posture of our community. But of course, without saying it, our viewers will become interested to your solution, especially if it is something that they can relate to their own organization. Diba? So,
Noted, sir.
thank you. Thank you for saying that. We really appreciate that.
Yan, okay. At meron din tayong comment dito from Seven Hosting. Yan, ang ating suki din, no? Sir, do you have a demo for that application to test in our environment?
Opo, they can just go to the, for example, to our website. They can even request for a demo or trial license. So automated po yun. At the back end, if you request for a trial license, then it will send you an email for a trial license key that you can use for 30 days. Yeah, that's so that they can test it in their environment.
Yeah, and if needed nung mas extensive na experience to that, mag-a-alert yun sa amin ni Edwin and we can even reach out to you para mas matulungan namin kayo.
Yeah. And our documentations are all online. Kahit di mo ka pa bumili, available yung comprehensive documentation ni Delinia. Open sa public yan.
Generous.
Even yung mga tools, the available tools na they can use and download freely. Yan. At least 15 PAM tools yung available like discovery, yan, password management, and so on. Readily available yan sa website.
Within reach lang po ang pagiging
Opo.
cyber-secured, especially on.
Tama
Yes,
po.
that's a very good, that's a very good news. Especially for MSMEs nga po, gaya na sinabi kanina ni Mr. Chair. And ito po from Hard Drive, once again, thank you for the answer and big thanks to Sir Angel Redoble. Sa dagdag question, mas naging clear pa.
Right.
Okay, we have another one. One of the from John Erwin Rigola, one of the criteria or use cases when looking for PAM solution is managing shared and service accounts, especially in cloud environment. So I think this was about the discussion a while ago.
Opo. Pero yung shared accounts is another thing. So ang issue kasi is accountability. But with PAM, even if you are using shared accounts, there will be accountability. Kasi every time na in-access mo yung shared account, it will be tied up to your own account and there will be visibility. Yan.
Is there someone from Delinia watching through Facebook?
Hindi ko alam, sir.
Kasi meron mga nagtatanong, anong site daw, anong...
Okay. Actually, sir, we posted something dun sa chat. Baka sina Miss Arlene and Miss Ruby can see yung link.
Pinost na po ni
Ayun. Maraming salamat po.
So for the site po, this will be shared, of course.
Salamat po.
Okay. From our upcoming Aurora chapter president, a product has good features but it's too pricey. We can't afford it, especially in SUCs. So do you, ano po ba, for state universities and colleges, PAM is also applicable naman din po, right? So maybe you can try to check out the Delinia's account, social media, the website, and then you try it out po so that you'll get the PAM experience firsthand coming from them.
Currently po, we're doing a rollout in one of the state university. So if they can afford it, most likely every university can afford it. Yan.
Siguro, Ed, share ko lang, I was just in Cebu last week and nakita ko rin yung traction ng small organizations na nandun and they were very happy nga dun sa small packages na ginagawa natin. And I think similar to dun sa mga comments ng mga ka-Pix Pro nga natin na they are very interested, but then again, it's just too expensive. Then nung pinakita ko sa kanila yung pricing, medyo napangiti sila dun sa packages.
Pasok sa budget.
Hopefully, no, sir, yung nag-comment, we can reach out to you para we can have a discussion then on how to help you.
Yeah, okay. Oh, may humahabol dito na from Anzof Sarmiento. Please give us an insight of AI and the future of intelligent and dynamic PAM of the linya.
Good question, Sir Anson. So yung isa doon is yung AI-driven audit. So with AI-driven audit nga, we'll be able to capture yung information on the screen, and then from there we will be able to use machine learning and point out the different anomalies. Hindi mo na kailangan panoorin pa kasi with the traditional PAM, you have to review all the recording. Dito, we'll focus on the anomalies. So bahala na yung AI. So we're using Azure OpenAI to analyze those sessions, and from there you'll provide the anomalies. So yun na lang ang focus ng mga SOC team o kaya yung mga nagmo-monitor ng mga recording. Another is of course for identity threat. One example is yung overprivileged users on the cloud. Like in AWS, for example, I will give you, for example, 10 privileges. And from the Linya will be able to monitor your activities mo. So after a certain period, let's say 120 days, and if we found out na yung 1 to 10 ang ginagamit mo lang pala doon is 1 to 3 lang, we'll flag it down na itong user na to is overprivileged. And from there, we'll provide you ano yung tamang configuration na dapat ito lang ang kanyang privilege, which is 1 to 3 lang kasi yun lang yung ginagamit niya. Para pag na-compromise siya, ang impact of the breach will be very minimal. Yun. So, yun ang example pa ng application ng AI in Linya. And lastly, ang isang option pa is with segregation of duties. Like for example, ang popular dyan yung mga ERP or yung Enterprise Resource Planning Solution. May tinatawag tayong maker-checker dyan. So yung, for example, sa fully automated companies, may gumagawa ng payables and then may nag-a-approve. If kung sa loob ng organization, one of the staff was able to get privileges na maging maker siya at the same time checker siya, he or she can create for example, a fictitious account, fictitious payable, and mababayaran yun sa bangko automatically kasi automated yun, fully automated, di ba? But with the Linya solution, we'll be able to find those issues on the segregation of duties. Na itong user na to, for example, ay maker na at the same time checker pa, and we'll flag it down. And we can provide those insights using AI and machine learning. Yan yung mga existing na yung technology. Yan. So hindi siya future pa. Existing na yung technology na yun. It's just a matter of time to integrate with the different solutions of the Linya. Yan.
Okay. So sabi ni Anzo, thank you for answering Boss Edwin and Jasper. Mabuhay kayo.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, siguro for our last question, we have from Sir Ben Israel Dakwida. For interactive users, they will still use passwords, or users can also use certificates or hardware keys.
Yeah, good question. With the Linya platform, you have the option for the different what we call authentication methods. So, and you can have 2 factors. Like yung first factor mo, you can specify what are the available factors, and the second, you can also specify. Like for example, most of the time kasi ang first factor ginagawang password, but with the Linya, it is optional. You can have the first factor, for example, OTP, and the second factor can be YubiKey. So it can be a passwordless authentication. Or another option is yung certificate nga, PKI. You can do that as well. So we can apply passwordless authentication in the Linya solution. Yeah. Very flexible.
Okay po, it seems that we're running out of time. First and foremost po, maraming salamat po sa team Linya. She might not appear here on, but with Ms. Priscilla, of course, Sir Jasper and Sir Edwin, of course. For our parting message to our audience who are very much interested and invested in pursuing PAM, ano po yung inyong masasabi for them, especially on this era where in cybersecurity, of course, and cybersecurity consciousness is much needed, especially at work and on a personal level?
Well, ang siguro ang ma-apply natin is always so never trust or always validate and apply the principle of least privilege. Yan.
Sir Jasper?
Siguro, I mean, maganda na yung ano ni Ed eh. So, siguro I would like to take the opportunity lang to thank sa Peaks Pro, Chairman. Maraming salamat po for inviting us here and all the Peaks Pro family. Ito yung type of conversation na talagang light man, but it's very fruitful, sabi nga nila. And siguro, Chair, if you will be allowing us, no, if you will be doing some caravan, lalo na yung mga reach out programs nyo within your other region, na ano, you can always invite us and then we could do another session para to give them an idea as well kung paano natin ginawa yung today, kung paano natin pwedeng i-share sa kanila yung mga experiences, lalo na sa safeguarding their identities.
Actually, Jasper, since we are scheduled to activate our Baler Aurora chapter in Baler this June 20, you might want to join in, no? We always welcome technology partners, but unfortunately in our activations wala pa kaming nabitbit na mga technology partners who were there to participate, no? Although yung ibang board naman namin is a part of technology partners, pero wala yung team who can who would want to enable or do an introduction of your product, no, to the chapter. Kasi after Baler, we have Rizal.
Quezon.
And we also have Quezon. Hopefully, our Cebu incoming chapter president will already schedule the. So there's a lot, no? There's a lot for you guys to avenue for you guys to showcase your capabilities, no? And it's open to all technology partners like you. So you let us know, or you let Arlene know if you guys are coming. Definitely, we'd be happy to have you with us.
Thank you, Chair. Salamat po.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We'll certainly send you a series of emails after this call. And we'll keep our lines open, of course. And of course, coming from our board po, Mr. Chair, BPW, any final message to our viewers before we end session?
Well, I'd like to thank Delinia for sharing this PAM, for sharing PAM to us, and also for letting us know that you have so many tools, free tools available. Ang dami nagsasabi dito that they're gonna use it, they will try it. At marami
Please.
din nagsasabi that they're very interested in knowing the linya. So maraming salamat doon. And thank you for the generous generous sessions that we have, you know. That we look forward to having you in one of our activations, and also looking forward to having a part 2 of this discussions about PAM. Maraming salamat sa inyo, Delinia. Delinia.
Thank you. Thank you rin po, and looking forward to it.
Sa
Mr. Chair?
akin, a suggestion lang, no, for Delinia, kasi PAM is a very critical factor, no, in improving a cybersecurity posture. But since PAM and IAM started, it has always been construed that it is only for compliance purposes.
Correct.
It's not sexy, you know. Unlike yung mga ibang technology na when marketed is aligned to hacking, intrusion, so it becomes sexy. But if you come to think of it, PAM is actually more than just sexy, It's very powerful. It has uh, an end-to-end impact to an environment of digital assets. So siguro gawing mas aggressive yung yung pupush ng dilinya sa PAM nila at i-focus nila doon sa bakbakan, Kasi
Sa
yun yung
gera.
sa giyera. Ano ba yung sa giyera? Instead na tinago mo yung yung capability mo, ilabas mo ngayon kasi may giyera tayo, di ba?
It's
So,
a
hindi lang
noted, sir.
hindi lang yan audit, hindi lang yan compliance. Hindi lang yan for ganito, ganyan, pero pangbakbakan talaga yan. Yan ang tingin ko talaga sa PAM, So, thank you, Brother Edwin and Brother Jasper. So, maraming salamat sa Dilinya as well. Thank you for your support sa advocacy. And to our viewers, as always, thank you sa laging pagsubaybay. We have big problems today, as you know, with our involving our cyberspace and even our physical territory. It's high time for us to improve our defenses, at least in the cyber perspective. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr.
Thank you
Chair,
po.
yes po, Sir Edwin.
Hindi,
Once
it's okay
again,
po. Thank you po and happy Friday.
okay. Actually, papasok natin yan. Mr. Chair, na-miss niyo po, alam ko. Will you do the honors? Ano po,
Okay.
baptism of fire.
Teka, ang ingay ng aso. Yan, tumahimik na siya. So, Friday na naman at para sa karamihan, bukas ay happy weekend na, Pero para sa mga cybersecurity professionals, happy lang, walang weekend.
Ulit.
Sabay-sabay po tayo.
Okay,
Para
sabay-sabay.
sa mga cybersecurity professionals,
Happy
happy lang,
walang
weekend.
Salamat
Thank you,
po.
Maraming
everyone.
salamat,
Salamat
Delinia.
po, maraming salamat po.
Sa
Bye.
mga viewers. Thank you.
Happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday.